Northwest Nazarene claimed game number 1 by the count of 9-1 to up their record on the year to 23-10, 12-3 in GNAC play. Nin Burns, the second, leads off, and he hits one deep in the air to left, and this one is gone. A first pitch home run for Nin Burns, the second, and Northwest Nazarene leads it 1-0. It did not take long. Nin Burns, the second, shells one deep to left, and NNU leads it bottom half of the second. Batting cleanup, Evan Nickel. So the story on Nickel for St. Martin's. In game 1, this 4-game series, how about 3 hits, 3 at-bats in the first game? He does take strike 1 from Cole Calnan. Second offering. Nickel takes strike 2 promptly. So here's the 0-2. Offering wide and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes for Evan Nickel for St. Martin's. Nickel battling back in the count, 2-2. Nickel did not record a hit in game 2, and he grounds out to first. Caleb Karpstein with the putout. So here's Kyle Shabbat. Third best batting average for St. Martin's, is yet to record a hit in this series. Did have a 3-hit game against Montana State Billings last week, recording a hit in all 4 games against the Jackets, second best team in the conference. Quickly takes strike 2. So here's the offering from Calnan with the 0-2. Swung on and missed. And the first strikeout of the day for Cole Calnan. The catcher, Kelton Tom for St. Martin's. First pitch to Tom is in for a strike. The 0-1, outside 1-1. Tom, 1 at bat on Saturday. And on this occasion, he takes a strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes here in game number 3. After not recording a hit and a strikeout of Kelton Tom. 2 strikeouts to close out top half of the second. 6 up, 6 down. We head to the third after this on the Saints Digital Network. The set from Calnan. Got him. Kelton Tom down on strikes. The 9th strikeout for Cole Calnan in a 9-inning complete game, his second of the season for Northwest Nazarene. They upend St. Martin's by the count of 9-1. And we get to see the first appearance for Jacob Memmott on the mound for Western Oregon. Look at his stats this season, 2-5 record. Faces Hunter Sasaki. Takes ball one on the first pitch.
Sasaki did have a good first game, which there weren't many Saints that can say that against Devin Bell.
And quickly head 2-0. Mehmet, 4 hits. First meeting through 7 innings, 7 strikeouts additionally for Western Oregon. And quickly the count 2-1 on Hunter Sasaki. So here's the 2-1 on the way from Mehmet. Sasaki to right, in for a hit. Hunter Sasaki is aboard for St. Martin's.
He is just a hitting machine for the Saints, always on base, setting the table for the rest of the lineup.
Here comes Isaac Hogue. So a great way to set the tone for St. Martin's, and this is going to be a case. Of course, you're not going to be facing Devin Bell, you would think. Throw to first with Sasaki. You're not going to be seeing a Devin Bell type performance often, you would think.
Yeah, no, that's a special performance by Bell. He's had a couple of complete games now this season. He was brilliant.
And the pitch in for Hogue. Ball one. Saints lineup features, we saw Sasaki, now Hogue, Alex Hartnett on deck for SMU. Here's the 1-0 to Hogue. Into left in foul territory and out of play. Count heads to 1-1. Important score update from Montana State Billings. The Jackets lead Central Washington 4-1. That is good news for Western Oregon. Throw to first. The pickoff attempt and safely returning Sasaki.
Yeah, good news for Wolves and their fans. Got the win in game one and can scoreboard watch and see Central's down in their first game.
So here's the 1-1. Line drive by Hogue and another hit for St. Martin. Sasaki heads to second. But how about a single for Isaac Hogue? That sets up the stage for Alex Hartnett.
Yeah, nice start to the inning for the Saints. They grabbed the game's first run in the opener. But back-to-back singles already matching as many hits as they had in game one here in the first.
After only 2 batters. So here's Alex Hartnett. And pitch sails on Mehmet for ball one.
Colin Irwin, by the way, is behind the plate for the second consecutive game. It's a lot of hard work he's putting in for the Wolves.
Fouled back by Hartnett. Count heads to 1-1. Hartnett's favorite quote is, "Be where your feet are." The 1-1. In the air to right center and over to make the catch for Western Oregon is Chapman for out number 1. Here comes Evan Nickel.
Nickel had one of those 2 hits in game one, had a double. He'd love to replicate that here. Let Sasaki and Hogue both run.
Quite the opportunity with 2 runners aboard for St. Martin's. And Nickel takes the first pitch ball. a strike.
That's the rumor.
So here's the 0-1. And throw gets away. Runners advance to third and second. Brings the count to 1-1. So opportunity knocks for Evan Nickel. Runners on third and second with one out. Jacob Mehmet. Partial jam here. Nickel on the ground, and it does get through. Sasaki scores. And to third goes Hogue, an RBI single for Evan Nickel.
Good start for the Saints, pushing across that run, and Sasaki was going on contact. As soon as he saw that thing on the ground, Hogue, meanwhile, had to hold up a little bit. Otherwise, he would have been able to score. Stays at third, but the inning continues to build for St. Martin's.
So just like they did in game number one, St. Martin's with a 1-0 lead in the first. Here's Peter Hullabaugh. Popped up behind the Saints dugout and out of play. What are you looking for if you are Western Oregon with Jacob Mehmet, with the sluggish start to begin, it would seem?
Right now you're looking to get the ball on the ground, get a double play, and get out of the inning. But, I mean, you have seen some soft contact. Just kind of find the holes for St. Martin. So you got to not put too much on your pitcher yet. Just keep telling him, go live in the strike zone. Again, I sound like a broken record, but that is the most important thing, throw strikes.
Ground ball, fouled. Out of play, 1-2 the count. Mehmet, 7.07 ERA. Does see quite the workload of pitches for Western Oregon. Ground ball, trapped, and it gets through. Another run scores for St. Martin's from Hogue, and the Saints lead it 2-0. Peter Hullabaugh with an RBI single of his own.
That's going to be an error, allowing that run to score. You did exactly what you wanted to do, if you remember. You got the grounder, it was hit firmly. Should have been a pretty easy double play. Instead, it's an error. You don't get an out, another run in. And the inning continues to build for St. Martin's, already putting up a crooked number.
A 2-0 game. Deep in the air to right center and caught. Catch made by Owen Bischoff. Brings on the second out of the inning. And the first time today we see Kelton Tom, the catcher for St. Martin's. For Kelton Tom, first appearance at home since his walk-off home run to defeat Montana State Billings, number 2 ranked team in the conference. Swing strike on the first pitch. Kelton Tom, a big Cubs fan.
Hey, I've been to Wrigley Field. Great place to watch a ball game, and they, I know I've said this before, also off to a phenomenal start. They were my dark horse team, Danny.
They've looked good up to this stage, and Tom in play. Mehmet with the throw to first, and that retires the side. However, 2-run score off 3 hits and an error. And that closes out the first inning with the score, St. Martin's 2, Western Oregon, no score.